60 bucks. 78. This one is 67. 65. Okay, so in this video, I'm gonna be telling you guys how the regulators have made it a little bit more expensive for you to build your house, but at the same time, I guess adding value to your house and increasing the value of current homeowners because of the materials cost, going up a little bit, and how the regulators are, making it a little bit more expensive for them to basically survey and then check, inspect, make sure that everything's up to code. Into this video. Basically, it's going to cost somewhere around $42,000 to develop the land, and it's going to cost somewhere around $53,000 to actually construct the physical building. And this isn't including all of the material. This is just the city coming down, making sure that everything's up to code. So $94,000 is broken up into two different sections during the whole entire regulatory cost. First one is going towards pre-zoning, which is the lot and land size, which is why we're outside. The second one is to the actual development of the building itself. The first one's going to go to government fees. The second one's going to go to environmental impact. And then there are traffic fees, just like this. This is basically lined up all throughout the entire strait here. 94% of developers said that they had to reserve land for the government. That means that you won't be able to reap the benefits that you could be using for this land. Out of the full $94,000 for the zoning and the construction phase, part of hooking up the utilities right here, that's going to be one of the fees. Some landscaping might be required. And then 50% of the developers said that there were other costs associated with designs where developers had to conform with the community guidelines, such as what type of material to use for developing on fences. If it's not up to code, then you would have to replace that. Literally, some parts of the building codes go down to the 1/4 inches. So if we're talking 1/4 of an inch, we're talking, so even if the codes are off by 1 inch for the design of the house, you could be fined. That's going to be costly for the developers themselves. So it's roughly around $94,000, a little less, for them to, on average, check on the entire construction of the building to make sure that it's up to code. Now, the important thing to note is that it used to be, in 2011, it used to cost $65,000 roughly for them to do the entire inspection. And back in 2016, it was $84,000. So what does this mean for current homeowners and sellers and people that are potentially buying these houses? It means that the price is going to go up slightly, only because regulations have made it more expensive to develop new buildings. That's basically limiting the supply that's in the current market. And so Paul Amrath actually highlighted that in his first sentence in the entire 15-page PDF. He basically said the cost of lumber and materials have gone up by 250%. If you guys are wondering about the current prices right now, I'm going to go over to Home Depot and then actually show you guys, these are the current prices. Based off of this video, you guys can just take a look at the prices of whatever Home Depot is currently having, and you guys can make the judgment. You guys are the professionals that have been doing this for quite a while. You guys know the actual cost of, everything per square foot. Actually, you probably have been inside of Home Depot more often than I have. So I'm just going to go there for the viewers that haven't gone to Home Depot, and they're just like, wow, that's a little bit expensive. And of course, developers probably have a hookup other than Home Depot to develop their homes, but let's go ahead and go over there real quick and see how much it's going to cost for the current materials for development. Okay, so we're at Home Depot. We're going to check out the prices for the wood right now. You guys can compare the prices if you guys want. That's the whole reason why we're here. We're just going to check out the cost of materials right now as of May 10th, 2021. From this future on date, hopefully the prices drop. If you're on the other end where, prices are going up and you guys are profiting from that, hopefully you guys share some insight in this video. So let's go ahead and get started. These are all the woods that we're gonna check out. I can either take a picture and then post it all up into one little collage, or I can use a little gimbal and then pull it over. But let's just see for one example. You know what? I think that the most universal one is the 2x4. So let's go to the other side. 2x4. This used to be $2. So yeah, I can guarantee you that these 2x4s used to be like $1.89 for each one. Let me check the whole entire aisle so that, just to confirm. $15, $19, $12, $14, $22, $18. It's a little bit longer, of course. So just as for proof, the prices have gone up for a little bit. We're gonna finish this video at home. Let's go. And welcome back. Please do keep in mind that the video was based off of a survey conducted by the National Association of Home Builders, where the house price was an average of $400,000. We're in San Jose, California, where the house is actually about $1 million. So I'm basically trying to cover all of the United States. But basically, if you are in San Jose, California, the numbers are going to be different compared to a different state. To end this video, as you can see from the numbers of the lumber prices going up, I do remember that, you know, the price of 2x4s were $1.89 because when I was back in Texas, I built a little shed in the backyard. I spent, I think, maybe $500 to build a tiny little shed in order to, you know, just store my stuff in there. Yeah, it was, I had to make a lot of trips going back and forth because I didn't prepare, and at the time it was very, like, literally my first time doing any of that kind of stuff. It reminded me that, you know what, the cost of 2x4s were $1.89, and we're talking maybe 2016. So for me to see it spike up to $8, it might just be because of where I'm at, but maybe it's different for your location. But yeah, so based off of what I've seen over here, the prices have gone up. And if you are a seller, a buyer, or a developer, these are some things that you should keep in mind. I typically don't vlog outside, and it felt a little awkward going into, you know, Home Depot with a camera or walking outside in the street where it's actually pretty loud, and I was kind of worried that it was going to pick up sounds. So like there was a lot of things that I was kind of rushing throughout the day, basically waking up early in the morning all up until the way to the end. And you guys want more content like this, please leave some comments. For sure, for me, after reviewing it and after editing it, I saw it, and honestly, there were parts of it that could have been a lot better. I mean, like a lot better. It's probably something that I'm already thinking, but I will move on to the next video so that you guys can have more quality content. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.